Hi Capricorn, it's your girl Jay, the High Priestess, back at it again with your general tarot reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Scorpio season 2022. We are already in fucking Scorpio season. Be sure to check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising. I'm telling you, hit up the Libra season videos. Watching them at the end of the season, they just be hitting different. Patreon gets everything first, so patreon.com/justjeverything for free content. Check out Instagram at justj_everything, TikTok at justjeverything, and for other dope shit that I do, my website, justjeverything.com. Now, if you're wanting all the intricacies of the dates and everything, go check out the Scorpio season astrology video. That lays out all the dates, but I'm gonna put you on game. Capricorn, we kick off Scorpio season with your ruling planet Saturn going direct in Aquarius, finally. And so there's a lot of this like forward progress, clarity coming in, being able, I just heard I can see clearly now the rain is gone. That's how it may feel. There just may be some sort of fog that gets lifted, or ability to really like feel and become aware of your patterns and your habits, and like really seeing yourself, seeing your true colors. There's definitely a new awareness that's coming in for you guys about who you are, how you operate, your friends, the people that you surround yourself with, your habits with your friends, reaching, for friends in higher places, opportunities in higher places. Karma is getting doled out. The rewards for hard work are coming in and are being divvied out. So buckle up, hydrate. Light it if you got it. So we clear out and create sacred space for our benevolent ancestors, Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth. Welcoming in the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Pluto is now direct in your sign. So a lot of this review and revisiting and reevaluating, a lot of that stuff is wrapping up and coming to an end because we're moving forward. So Capricorn, take deep breaths. So I'm ready to dive in. The most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. First card out is Queen of Pentacles reversed. The court cards are really out to play this season, which is interesting. I would have expected that for Libra season, but the connections that were made, I feel like the collaborations, the co-creations, there's something about coming together. The connections that we acquired in Libra season, you're really starting to see who's gonna last and who's making it through to Scorpio season. Capricorn, I feel like your self-worth. First thing out to be clarified on the selenite throne is your self-worth. The way you treat yourself, the way you defend yourself, the bullshit you put up with, the way, like, who you let oppose you, who you let challenge you, who challenges you. There could also be someone else with Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn placements that is not themselves, or you're having a hard time with. There may be people around you who are really struggling with their self-worth and their self-confidence, and it's like, oddly enough, you don't seem to be having that issue. It feels like you're not in a place where you're really questioning yourself, and that may not be everybody. Maybe you are. But there could just be you seeing mirrors or reflections of your lack of self-worth in other people. You may be seeing friends around you who are like, damn, why are you making that decision? Damn, I made a decision like that recently. Or, you know, a year or so ago. You may be like in a place where you're just seeing yourself through other people. And that's very much so your ruling planet in Aquarius. There could just be a lot of kind of triggering behaviors in other people, especially if they have Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn placements. But what's ultimately coming up is, are you nourishing yourself? Are you taking care of yourself? Are you giving yourself the time that you need, the space that you need? Are you really evaluating your habits and your your personal policies and procedures? It feels like your values are changing. The way you value yourself, what you value about yourself is changing. I also feel like be careful not overspending. Making sure that the money and the money that you put into something, the energy you put into something, that it's yielding some sort of value. It's something that you value, or that you're actually getting a return on an investment. There could just be a need to see how your returns on your investment in certain people is like working out for you. Then we have the Sun, the Seven of Swords, the Empress, and the World. Damn, the whole reading came out for me. Thank you. Knight of Pentacles, and okay. All right. This is bottom of the deck shit, but I'm gonna give it to you. It's time to slow down. Scorpio season is gonna reveal some really, really big truths, and you need to go into this season treading lightly. Not being all crazy confident, not being all, you know, crazy pushy and demanding or controlling or dominating. I feel like this is a time to really like you humble yourself so the divine doesn't have to humble you. Because there's slow steps moving into your purpose, moving into listening to your truth. I feel like there's just parts of you that are coming back to life. There's these, you know, new desires that are coming in, that are coming back to life. You feeling called towards something. You really maybe showing up as a figurehead in your community or in your industry, or, you know what I mean? There's just some sort of like leveling up, and it feels very purposeful. And that you listening to your purpose is going to be very chaotic, because it's going to force you to see the ways that you've been blind to yourself, the who or what you've been juggling, or what's been juggling you. And it's time to really move forward in this new quest of love. But let's take a look at the cards that actually did come out. There's a lot of yellow here, so that's awesome. I feel like there is a healthy exertion of your willpower. There's movement forward. The sun is out, so there's lots of revealing energy. There's just like you get to see, you get to become aware. The Queen of Pentacles with the sun coming out, the divine is going to show you where you're not honoring yourself and who's not honoring you. There's some of you, there's stuff or there's people that you're just tired of the same bullshit, or you're tired of the same loop, or the same kind of person, or the same argument, or the same issue with, you know, payroll, or the same issue with this company. There could just be a light shining on potential red flags or pre-existing red flags, and it's like time to stop ignoring stuff. It feels like if you start to really unpack whatever, any kind of residual worthiness or insecurity, or if you're feeling some type of way about your physical body, stop sitting around moping, get in the gym. Stop sitting around and eating, do something, eat something better. There's something about like action is required. Your willpower is required. There may be somebody with Leo placements that's coming in that you're terrified of betraying you, or they're terrified of you betraying them. If it feels off, it is. If your spidey senses start to tingle, pull the fuck back. Especially if they have Leo placements, especially. Leo, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius too, maybe even Virgo. I feel like there is the sun is a major arcana. There's 3 major arcana here. So And also your planet, you showing up strong, Saturn moving forward in Aquarius. I feel like this is like the end of an era kind of shit. You go into Sagittarius season, closer, one step away from your birthday season, and things start feeling really, really in sync. Things start feeling really, really good. But let's get into this. So Queen of Pentacles reverse can say like, hey, it's time for you to start focusing on your physical health. It's time for you to start looking at your relationship to your financial wellness. Making sure that you're being responsible, and also trust and believe that whatever is done in the dark comes to light. I do feel like there could be some sort of shadiness or something you don't trust, or something that like a sneaking suspicion. There could be someone that's trying to like get one over on you, or you feel like they're trying to get one over on you, or you're experiencing, the center of the reading being the Seven of Swords. This could be very suspicious feelings that you're having, suspicious behavior or activity that you need to make sure you're not participating in. But whatever, if it is suspicious or like malicious or manipulative behavior, make sure that you are not like perpetuating the problem, or you're not allowing it. There may be somebody that is going very back and forth with you, or you're feeling like you're treated like an option, or you're treating this person like an option. How are you, there may be somebody that has really helped out, someone that's really shown up in some sort of way for you that you may really be taking advantage of, or you're feeling taken advantage of. Seven of Swords at the center of the reading says it's time to transmute these betrayals into breakthroughs. It's time to have a change in the realm of your mind. It's time to move away from being so indecisive and deal with whatever shady behavior or betrayal or issues or conflict of the mind is at hand. No more sweeping things under the rug. No more just like trying to not talk about it or lying. It's time to really look at what's going on, because if you just look at it, there's definitely some like issues going on with the wife or the mother or the ex-wife or the mother-in-law, or this Taurus or Libra, the Gemini or Aquarius. There's still just like I don't know why I just saw like toothpicks in your brain. Like there's like it's like there's just like wounds. There's still like, it's like the bullet is still in the bullet wound, is how it feels. But if you really take a look at, it's like you're being given a new sight, new vision, a new perspective. There could definitely be some sort of like success. Things are definitely on the up and up, but you're definitely being asked to like improve upon your physical vitality. Your mental health will improve once you really get more consistent about your physical health. There could be some big aha moments coming in, big kind of come to Jesus, for lack of a better phrase, moments that are coming in that are going to really like create turnaround, create like redirection in your mind. You putting in you seeing your own bullshit is going to put you in a position where I think you really you want to do something better. You realize you can't do it all on your own. You can't shift your mind or shift your habits all on your own. There's got to be some sort of acquiring of knowledge or information. It's not going to be, you're not going to beat yourself into submission or talk shit to yourself or about yourself enough so that your habits just start suddenly, changing. No, there could be a need for therapy or medication or checking hormones, or, looking at, what's really going on beneath the surface. I also feel like there is this extra surge of physical energy that needs to be used, and don't put it into just other people. It's time to put it into yourself. Make sure you're not entering Scorpio season playing Captain Save-A-Ho. We're not doing that. And so it does feel like some stuff comes to light that are possible red flags. Stuff comes to light that you may want to break away from. You may be wanting to break up, or somebody may be wanting you to break up, or there could be some sort of like treachery or betrayal, or somebody talking shit, somebody, rumors or spreading something. You may just hear some stuff about someone. People just may have your name in their mouth. And this is a test. Pluto in your sign, Pluto direct in your sign is really going to show, like, what's your new response to the bullshit? And are you going to keep doing the same thing that you've always done? Because if you would dive in and be willing to allow the honest, brutal truth, because honest, brutal truth is like, you're involved in this, Capricorn. Whatever this is, whoever's like betrayed you or wronged you, it's like, this person I feel like has already shown you who they are, and you let it happen anyway, or it's happening again, or like you're trying to figure out, why do they keep talking around? Why are you still around them? You know what I mean? There could just be something like that. Well, I don't want to change my habits. Well, okay, then, like, clearly you don't value your peace then. I don't know. This is going to manifest differently for everybody, but I feel like some of y'all are pointing fingers at other people, and I feel like there's a few pointing back at you, boo. I love you, but let me be the one to tell you, because whatever it is that you're being stubborn about, you need to really look at it, because it's keeping you, it's in between your come up. Going from the Queen of Pentacles reversed to the Empress, that's very much so a quick turnaround. If you would just like look at it. Some of y'all need space. Some of y'all need time. Some of you need the opportunity to get successful. Some of y'all need to conserve your own energy. Some of you are putting all of this energy into other people, trying to like make stuff happen or get rich quick, or just working all the time, or being on the go. And there is just a major need for some recovery, self-love, self-care, time in nature. When was the last time you treated yourself? When was the last me time session that you've had? You know, what's going on with your relationship to creativity? I feel like there's a lot of creativity that wants to come in. Some of you really dive into artistry, or dive into your gift, or dive into performing, or dive into being known in some sort of way. Some of you also, this could be someone like a mother coming to visit, a mother-in-law, a ex-wife or a wife or something. Like, some of you may be thinking about getting married. Some of you are like breaking up from people, or taking distance from people that you thought you would marry, or you thought that y'all would be, together forever. Some of you are recovering from an ex still, or recovering from someone that you still hold in like high esteem. There may be someone in your life that's acting like your spouse, or acting like your partner, and it just feels like there's a need to have, some kind of shift in that. The world comes in, and there's something that feels like your world. It feels like this is everything to you. There's opportunities to travel coming in. There's opportunities, I feel like, to make more money. There's opportunities to travel with someone that you really care about. I feel like some of y'all, it's like you're having to betray your current situation to get the life that you want. And like betray or leave or break away from. Some of y'all are hurting somebody to get get what you want. And I feel like I'd rather a painful truth than a comfortable lie. So make sure that you're not creating this comfortable like bed of lies for someone, because it's only going to come back to really bite you in the ass. I also feel like there's a lot of opportunities for traveling, for money, for promotion, for stability, for comfortability, time in nature. time in the air, time flying. You may be jet setting. There could be just a lot of travel and fun opportunities available to you should you let it. But I do feel like some of you are coming to like full circle with something, or like closing a door and another opens, closing, like you're stepping out of an old paradigm, stepping out of an old way of thinking, stepping out of an old way of valuing yourself. And so your money is shifting, your possessions, the things that you have are shifting. These eclipses, I'm telling you, there is a solar and a lunar eclipse. I want to say a partial solar eclipse. New moon, partial solar eclipse in Scorpio, and then the full moon, total lunar eclipse in Taurus. And solar eclipses change where we're going. They change what we see ahead of us. And lunar eclipses change what we feel, the emotions that we're currently hanging on to, or the baggage that we're currently like toting around. And I'm telling you, once you allow yourself to slow down, these eclipses are going to come in and really show you, hey, you've been hanging on to this for too long. Hey, there's a lot of stuff you're still not looking at. Hey, it's time for you to really put yourself first so that you can make sure that you don't do the Saturn thing and go another 7 years in this cycle. Saturn moves in 7-year cycles. And I'm telling you, whatever happened in this retrograde, there was something like, are you going to make that decision again? Are you going to ignore that red flag again? Are you going to do that? Are you going to react the same way? Are you going to respond this time? What are you going to do? Are you going to do the same things that you've always done? Have you learned your lesson yet? That's all that Saturn wants to know. Have you learned your lesson yet, Capricorn? And are you going to make different decisions this time? Because you can really level the fuck up. You can really, really get your life together, get your shit together. Some of you are moving. Some of you are experiencing just like a whole new paradigm. And it's really going to be beautiful and in sync. I just feel like there's a lot of synchronicity available to you. A lot of just things that like feel like newfound spiritual experiences coming in. Pluto being direct in your sign, and I feel like is really going to like enliven you. It's going to show you where the cracks in the foundation have been, where they currently are, and how, and it's going to sting a little bit once you see, okay, I've known this for a while and I just been bullshitting. And so now there's this like investment in investment in moving forward. I don't know why I'm all in the bottom of the deck. But this is going to be a juicy plunge, so stick around, because in the plunge and Patreon plunge, we dive in and clarify every card. The low is $8 a month. But Queen of Pentacles reversed with the Knight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, it just feels like slow your roll. Slow your roll, save your money, get acclimated, get certain. Find your footing. Find your footing. So you can really assess what is of value and what's yours to juggle, what's not yours, what's in your jurisdiction, what's in the divine's jurisdiction. There is just something about it feels like paying attention also. There just maybe people are, I feel like the divine is revealing, bringing to light stuff about this Leo, stuff about this Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. And it's going to show you that you can't keep doing if you keep doing what you've always done, you're just going to keep getting the same fucking results. And you'll be stuck with those results, Capricorn, for 7 more years. So don't fuck around this time. Because Saturn retrograde in Aquarius, it's like the punishment has not fit the crime. And so make sure that you are doing right, acting right, doing the right thing, saying the uncomfortable truths, not just, avoiding confrontation. I feel like also keep like don't be all willy-nilly about your belongings. There's something about, I don't know if you need to put a fucking Apple tag on shit. It's like, it's time to start being more like aware of your stuff, of your belongings. Like you're not in high school anymore. Like you need to like have a system for like where your shit is. Like you're not, you know what I mean? And almost, especially if you have children, make sure that you're not passing down like bad behavior to children. For some of you, there could be another child coming in. The Empress is pregnancy. The World card is pregnancy. There is the sun, you know, the seed. There could be some sort of, you know, don't fuck around and have, you know, be making old booty calls because you're feeling down and then you fuck up and get pregnant and you don't really want to be in that situation. Or for some of you, you have been feeling very like less than, or like you aren't whole as a woman because you haven't been able to conceive, and that could very much so be coming through. I feel like you have to, the divine's not going to, hasn't let you conceive because of the current mindset that you were in, and that was not conducive for housing a new life. And there's something about like the upgraded mindset, the upgraded worthiness that does allow for you to break free from that old negative perspective of yourself, and it helps you create a healthy like foundation for nurturing life. So if you want to get pregnant, this is a great time. If you want to get married, travel and elope and do it. There could be, just make sure you're not just marrying somebody that you just met. I feel like there is this opportunity for you to be really, really happy. But your happiness is not because there's some new boo in your life. This newfound happiness that comes in, it's got to be rooted and grounded in you and your connection to the divine. Because that is the only thing that can fill the void. That's the only love that can even, and it's, I mean, Whitney tried to tell us. Go listen to Greatest Love of All. Learning to love your fucking self. And I feel like you guys are realizing that the highest octave of self-love is self-discipline. I love myself enough to do the things that I need to do so I can get where I need to go. I love myself enough to fuel my body so that it can give me the energetic output, you know, that I need. There's something about like when you love yourself, it looks different on you. It like, you know, like you can tell, people can notice. And I feel like Capricorn, there's some stuff, there may be some tests coming in, or you're learning from some previous tests, or there could just be something about like, what aren't we doing anymore? It's like, we're not doing this anymore. It's time to level up. It's time to graduate. And there may be some sort of anniversary or a birthday or something that comes in. We'll clarify it in the plunge, but there may be just something that comes in that's like an aha moment, something coming full circle, and it feels like leveling up, and it gives you the opportunity to be bare and vulnerable. Two naked figures, the baby that's naked in the world. And so I do feel like there could be even some healing from the childhood, healing from people on the father's bloodline, healing on the father's side in general. But there could be just some sort of reconnection to your inner child, or a reconnection to this child, to a child that's coming in, or a pregnancy that's coming in, that's really going to help you come full circle in your connection to your intimacy, and you being able to have emotional intimacy and value that way more than physical intimacy. Either way, Capricorn, slow and steady wins the race, because Scorpio season has things that they want to tell you. There's missions, there's goals, there's stuff that you need to pay attention to, and you can't be on autopilot anymore. And if some shit does come tumbling down, you are you are well equipped to handle whatever comes. Let's get into it.
For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.